We'll proceed in pseudo multivariate calculus. Pseudo multivariate calculus, in which we are pursuing the discussion, mind-blowing pseudo multivariate calculus. If we need a line, if we need a length in the line, there is a line, and we need a length in the line to do some mathematical computation. Okay, what is the main aim of going for pseudo multivariate calculus? Multivariate means independent components are more than one. That is called multivariate, multivariable. More than one variable are independent components. In the sense, pseudo multivariable calculus. Pseudo multivariable calculus means if I need to do some mathematics with a line, some mathematics with the length of the line, then we go with the length vector. If I have to do mathematics with the area of a surface, then we go with the area vector. If I have to do mathematics with the volume, then I go with the volume vector. If I have to do mathematics with the weight, then I go with the weight vector. These are increasing of the independent component. Okay, why? Okay, why I need length? You need length, like calculation of energy when there is a force field. If there is a force field, then force into length is the energy, work done. In that sense, force into length is the net energy. The length, length, force, if this is a force field, there is a force that is going like this, like down the, now there is a earth, and earth magnetic force is everywhere perpendicular and parallel. Okay, this is earth gravitational force. If there is a force, if there is a force, or if this is the earth gravitational force, then I have an item that moves along the line. I have an item that moves along the line. Item would move from here and it will go here. Okay, I can take, I believe, some kind of hope. Okay, like this. This is a log, and if I leave this log, okay, it will take this path. This log will take always this path. Means because of the earth gravitational force, this log is okay. Far better. Up. Okay, okay, this is the log, and I just leave this log here. Oh, this is not working. Okay, I have another log. I don't know it will work or not. It will also not work. Okay, finally I have a very big log. Okay, now certainly it will work. Okay, now the concept is if I leave this log like this, then this will start traveling in this direction. It will start traveling in this direction. It is, means I'm just leaving it. I'm just leaving it. And okay, so if I just leave it, this log will travel in this direction. This means that earth gravitational pull, the pull of the earth gravitational force, earth gravitational force is pulling this item in this path. There is energy that earth is losing because of it. If there is some motion is there, then energy is involved, certainly. If there is some motion, then certainly there is some energy involved. Who is imparting the energy? Earth is imparting the energy to move this log from this position to this position. How much it is? Earth gravitational force into displacement. Okay, but that is dot product. Displacement must happen in the direction of Earth gravitational force, not in this direction. Then only I can multiply force into displacement is the net energy. But here, displacement is happening along this vector. Displacement is happening along this line. Then what is the energy involved? So we can write that force into displacement is the net energy. Force into length vector is the net energy. Length vector where from it comes is that, consider that this is a line, this is x-axis, this is a line. Okay, this is x-axis, this is a line, and this is origin. This point is origin. Then in that sense, this point, end point is x comma y. What is length of this line section from origin to x comma y? To find the length, we represent this line through a vector and try to find the length of the vector, that is xi plus yj, that is the vector 0 comma 0 comma 0 to x comma y. Xi plus yj is the vector. If that is the case, then length is xi plus yj, magnitude of it. Okay, anyway, now I call this as length vector. If I represent a section of a line with a vector, I call it length vector. Now force, earth gravitational force into the vector representation of this line will give the net energy. Earth gravitational force dot product with the length vector, because length vector represent the line. Okay, length vector. What is the length vector for this curve? That is a question. Length vector for a straight line is very simple. Take two line point on the line and subtract it. That becomes a vector. One point is origin and one point is x comma y. Vector is xi plus yj. If I want to represent this line in a vector, then this, many times I have said, this line is a curved line. It is not a straight line. In that sense, what makes it different from this straight line? If it is, this line is also connecting two points. This line is also connecting two points. One point is origin and one point is x comma y. This curve is also connecting two points. One point is origin and another point is x comma y. What is difference between this straight line and curved line? Why a line is curved and why a line is straight line? What is the inherent difference between the straight line? Why we are giving this much emphasis to the length vector? Because area vector, volume vector will be dependent upon length vector only. So what makes it difference is if this is x-axis, if this is x-axis, then length vector, if it is a straight line, then everywhere y by x is same everywhere. If it is a straight line, straight line is y equal to 4x, then y by x equal to 4. Every moment, if x is 4, y is 16, 4. Y by x is 4. If x is 2, y is 8. Y by x is again 4. But if y equal to x square, that is a curved line, if x is 4, then y is 16. Make sense? If x is 4, y is 16. Then y by x is 4. If x is 2, then y is 4. Y by x is 2. Everywhere it is different. So I have to denote this vector, length vector, that is xi plus yj in term of y by x. Y by x should appear. Then only it will be a vector for a curve also. In that sense, xi plus yj can be represented as I plus y by xj into x. Now this vector I plus y by xj, this vector represents the, more or less represent the curve. Altogether I plus y by xj into x, this this vector notation represent the curve vector also. How you can represent curve vector? Because there is a y by x. Okay, now if y by x is there, now we have a length vector. This is called length vector. I plus y by xj bracket close into x. This is called length vector. Now I can multiply this length vector with the force to get the energy. Make sense? I can calculate the magnitude of this length vector to calculate the length of a curve. This is a magic called length vector. This is called pseudo multivariate calculus. Now, instead of multiplying something with the length, we will multiply with the length vector, because length vector takes care of the curve also, straight line also, whatever it is. Now, in that sense, we are in phase of calculating the average speed of a, now consider this log. This log is rotating inside a circle. This log is rotating inside a circle. This log is rotating. This log is rotating inside a circle. Okay, and it started from this point. It started from this point, and then the way it is moving, its speed is increasing. The way it is moving, its speed is increasing. So it started from rest, and then slowly its speed is growing, and then speed is very high. With the way it is moving, speed is growing. Okay, then speed is speed. What is the speed? Speed is the distance it is traveling. What is the distance it is traveling in the perimeter? The circle, the perimeter of the circle. The way it is moving in the perimeter of the circle, its speed is growing. What is the perimeter of the circle? Perimeter of the circle is r theta, because theta is varying. Beginning, theta is 0, and slowly theta is varying. Theta is varying, and here then it comes back, and theta is okay. When this log Mr. Log starts, then beginning theta is 0, and then theta is growing. Theta is 90 degree. Theta is 2 pi. Theta is 3 pi by 2, and theta is 2 pi. Theta is 2 pi plus pi by 2. Theta is growing. The way theta is growing, its speed is growing, but speed is proportional to the length of the curve, not on the angle. Make sense? So what is the length of the curve? At any theta, length of the curve is theta into r. That is the length of curve where theta is in radian. So when theta is 2 pi, make full angle, then the parameter, the length of this curve is 2 pi into r. That is the circumference of the circle. So every moment, the speed of the any entity that is rotating in a circle, and a speed is directly proportional to the distance it is covering on the perimeter of the circle. Then the speed is r theta. Okay, if theta is 0, then if theta is 0, then the speed is 0. If theta is pi, then the speed is r into pi. If theta is 2 pi, then the speed is r into 2 pi. Okay, like that. So now calculate the average speed of this entity that is rotating around a circle. That is a question. Okay, average speed, for that we need to calculate the, if it is moving a distance, then d, then total time taken is d by r theta, because r theta is the speed. If it is moving d distance, then d distance, then it is d by r theta. Okay, d distance is the length vector. Here is the catch. Pseudo multivariate calculus means write a formula as if mathematics, and see how slowly it will transform into calculus. How to calculate average speed? To calculate average speed, first calculate the total time, and then total distance by total time is the average speed. Okay, in that sense, what is the distance it is traveling? Consider the distance it is traveling is d. The total time is d. Total time is d by speed. Speed is r theta, and d is the distance. R theta is a variable, and it is variable upon theta. R is constant. Now d is the distance. Distance is along this line. Can someone see it? D is distance, and distance is along this line. What is this line? If I say this is point x1 y1, and this point is x2 y2, and this is the distance d, then what is d? That is under question. Then question, under the question, the distance is represent this in a vector. If someone represent in a vector, that is x2 minus x1i plus y2 minus y1j, that is the vector representation. Means if you calculate the magnitude of the vector along a line, it will give the net length. This is what we saw, but it is a pseudo code. Okay, now for that, the distance along the line d from point one point to another point, that will be represented through a vector, and vector representation is the vector representation of the curved line we know, that is I plus y by x j into x. Now y by x means y is dependent upon x and it is a division. I believe it makes sense. Total time is total distance by the speed. This is pseudo code. Okay, speed is r theta. What is total distance? Total distance from beginning to distance at we are taking. Consider this distance is one point is one. Consider one point is okay x1 y1 and another point is x2 y2. This is origin 0 comma 0. This is x1 y1. This is x2 y2. What is the length of this curve? Length along this curve, that is the d. Okay, length along any curve or length along a line, we can represent through a vector, and calculating the magnitude of the vector will give us the magnitude of the vector will give us the net distance, net length. That is called length vector. So distance by d, distance by r theta is the total time. This is pseudo code. Anyone will say this is not the total time because your speed is variable. In that sense, distance, if you know the distance, if you divide by r theta, it will not give you the time. But that is called pseudo code. Pseudo code means write code the way you are writing that everything is numerical. There is no algebra at all. Then total distance by speed is the total time. Total distance is d by r theta. D can be represented in vector and their magnitude of the vector will give the total distance. That is I plus dy by dxj into dx. Please watch our previous video. If it is multiplication and one part is independent variable, then multiplication will be resolved into integration. Whereas if it is division and numerator is dependent upon denominator independent variable, then it will be resolved into differentiation. Y by x will become dy by dx. I plus dy by dxj whole bracket into x. X will be transformed into dx. Now, if that is the case, then I plus dy by dxj bracket close into dx. That is, if I take the magnitude of this vector, actually it is xi plus yj or x2 minus x1i plus y2 minus y1j. That is the vector. How much distance it has traveled, beginning point of the vector and end point of the vector, x2 minus x1i plus y2 minus y1j. But since it is not a straight line, it is a curve, we have to transform into y by x. Now anyway, now what is that total time? That is I plus dy by dxj bracket close into dx divided by r theta. This is called pseudo code. See how we are transforming it. From distance, it became xi plus yj or x2 minus x1i plus y2 minus y1j. xi plus yj. It became I plus y by xj into x. Then it became I plus dy by dxj into dx. Okay, by r theta. Now, since r theta is in polar coordinate and y and x is in Cartesian coordinate, where this is origin, center of the circle is origin, these are any point x comma y. Now, y I can take a is the radius or r is the radius, then r sine theta in polar coordinate system. X I can take r cos theta. Now dy by dx become d of r sine theta by d of r cos theta. Okay, someone would say, what are you joking now? I plus dy by dx j dot dx by r theta. If I take x equal to r cos theta and y equal to r sine theta, then it becomes d of r sine theta by d of r cos theta. R being constant, it will come outside, r gone. D of sine theta by d of cos theta. Now calculate d of sine theta by d of cos theta. I plus d of sine theta by d of cos theta j bracket close into d of dx. Dx is same as dx by d theta into d theta. That is dx. Dx by d theta, x is r cos theta. D of r cos theta by d theta into d theta. That become r minus sine theta d theta. What about d sine theta by d cos theta? D sine theta by d cos theta is same as d sine theta by d, d theta into d theta by d cos theta. Okay, what is d sine theta by d theta? See how we are progressing from a distance by a speed to we came to this point. D of sine theta by d of theta is cos theta, and d of theta by d of cos theta. Then I can write it 1 by d of cos theta by d theta, that is minus sine theta. So cos theta by minus sine theta. Okay, now it becomes now I plus cos theta by minus sine theta j, bracket close, into r minus sine theta d theta. If someone settle it down, it becomes r minus sine theta I, r minus sine theta I d theta, plus sine theta gone, minus minus gone, r cos theta d theta, r minus sine theta d theta I plus r cos theta, r cos theta, r cos theta d theta. I believe it is all right. Okay, in that sense, by by, by r theta. Okay, then I believe r will come out and they will cancel each other. Okay, in that sense, it will become cos theta d theta, cos theta I, cos theta I, cos theta d theta I, plus, I'm sorry, minus sine theta d theta I, plus cos theta d theta j, okay, by theta. Okay, this is what it will come like that. Okay, if that is the case, then how we can proceed in this? That is under question mark, that how we can proceed. But this is how, for time being, this is someone has to calculate. That is minus sine theta I, minus sine theta by theta, minus sine theta by theta, d theta I, okay, plus cos theta by theta, d theta j. Okay, that is the net distance. So distance, someone can calculate now cos theta by theta, cos theta by theta d theta, cos theta by theta d theta, and I plus, I'm sorry, minus sine theta by theta d theta I, plus cos theta by theta d theta j. Okay, someone, okay, how to proceed upon this? Then some, to get the actual amount, someone has to calculate the magnitude of this, because it is in vector I and j. Then x component square plus y component square root. Okay, it will come as sine square theta, d theta and by theta will come out. And now cos square sine square theta plus cos square theta will come. It will become 1. Okay, it will become d theta by theta, d theta by theta. This is what I think so. Okay, in that sense, total time 1 by theta, the integration of 1 by theta, I believe it will be logarithmic of theta or something like that. Okay, in that sense, that will be total time. Now, someone can calculate the average speed. It is not that straightforward the way it was looking like that. Okay, so total time is the distance length vector divided by the speed. Speed is r theta. As you proceed in the theta, you have traveled r theta. In that sense, that is the speed. Okay, if someone talks about the how much is the distance covered, then magnitude of a vector, that is I plus, I'm sorry, that is r minus sine theta I, r minus sine theta I, plus r cos theta j, and then d theta. Okay, or if I am wrong, then someone, then okay, then I and j is there. Then someone can, I believe the now the net calculation will be magnitude. There are two ways someone can proceed. These are the research based. Two ways someone can proceed. One is R is constant that anyway someone can take out. Now it is cos theta by theta d theta I minus min I'm sorry, it is too complex. Anyway, it is minus sine theta. I'll repeat it again. Length vector by the speed is the total time. Length vector is I plus minus minus I plus minus cos theta by sine theta j. Okay, and then r minus sine theta d theta. If someone settle down, then r and denominator r will go away. Now it will become minus sine theta. It will become minus sine theta d theta I plus cos theta d theta j by theta theta. Now someone can calculate as minus sine theta by minus sine theta by theta d theta I plus plus cos theta by theta d theta j. Now individual integration someone can do. What is minus sine theta by theta d theta integration? Whatever it comes, then cos theta by theta d theta, whatever comes, they are I and j term. Then someone, after that, someone has to calculate the magnitude of it, x square plus y square square root. There can be other way to calculate it. What is other way? If I am taking the polar coordinate system, then what I am trying to find is the total time. Total time is distance. Total time is distance by speed. What is the distance? What is this vector? What is this vector? What is this vector? Okay, what is this vector? This vector, what is this vector in polar coordinate system? This vector in polar coordinate system is xi plus yj. Any point if I take x comma y, this vector is xi plus yj. In that sense, this vector is r cos theta I plus r sin theta j. This vector, position vector at any point in the circle is r cos theta I plus r sin theta j. In that sense, this is the tangent is the vector that we are talking about, a line vector, because this tangent vector is along the line where this position vector is in a circle. I'll repeat it again. Okay, if I'm trying, we are trying to find? We are trying to find the time. Total time is the distance by speed. If item is traveling in this line, then he is going along the line. What is the vector representation of this line? That magnitude divided by the speed is the total time. What is vector representation of this? This vector is tangent at any point on the circle, and this circle tangent is perpendicular to the radial vector. Radial vector is cos r cos theta I plus r sin theta j. If I differentiate the radial vector, if I differentiate any vector, whatever is the next vector, that will be perpendicular to the it. This is what it is known. So r cos theta I plus r sin theta j, if someone differentiate it, it becomes minus r sin theta I plus r cos theta j. That is this vector. Exactly what we got with that. I plus dy by dx j into dx, we got the same thing. Minus r sin theta I plus r cos theta j. That is this vector. This vector is perpendicular to this vector. Means differentiation of this vector will give this vector. If this vector is r cos theta I plus r sin theta j, differentiation of this will give the line vector. Line vector is r cos theta differentiation is minus r sin theta I plus r cos theta j. Okay, d theta. Okay, that is the kind of I'm sorry, that is the vector that we are getting. So vector what we are getting, is this vector is, if this vector is r cos theta, if this vector is r cos theta I plus r sin theta j, then this vector is minus r sin theta I plus r cos theta j. Okay, because Differentiation of this vector, which d theta will give the tangent line vector. Tangent line vector minus r sine theta I plus r cos theta j. When theta is 0, then it will have j term only. When theta is 0, angle is 0, then it will have z term. That is the line vector. When theta is 90 degree, at that time it will have only the I term, that is minus r sine theta. It will be in opposite of the x. So this is line vector minus r sine theta I plus r cos theta j. If this is the line vector, at any point this is the line vector. Okay. Now if I'm trying to calculate the length of this line vector, if I'm trying to calculate the length of this line vector, then it will be r square sine square theta plus r square cos square theta. Okay, that will be square root. That will be r. Okay, the length of this line vector, is r square. I'm sorry, r square sine square theta plus r square cos square theta. That will come as r only. Okay, if that come as r only, then we have to multiply by d theta. For avoiding this, we came with the concept of length vector. Why we do like that? Because if this is a position vector, if I differentiate it, then this become line vector. But differentiating a position vector with d theta gives the velocity vector. If someone is calculating the magnitude of the velocity vector, that will come as velocity. Someone has to multiply the d theta to get the length. So this much fundamental no one will understand. In that sense, we are exactly right with the line vector. Line vector is crystal clear. Line vector is minus r sine theta d theta I plus r cos theta d theta j divided by r theta. Okay, r gone, and this will come as a vector form, that is the total time, that is cos theta minus sine theta by theta d theta I plus cos theta by theta d theta j. Now someone is free to calculate the integration of minus sine theta by theta I plus minus sine theta by theta d theta I plus cos theta by theta d theta j. Okay, if someone is calculating it, then if someone is really calculating it, then he can calculate the net time, or someone can directly go with the magnitude of this vector and then calculate the integration. Someone can try in that fashion also. For simplicity, I don't know, both result will be same, that I don't know. Minus sine theta by theta d theta I plus cos theta by theta d theta j. Calculate this integration and this integration. These are I and j component, and then at the end make it x square plus y square square root, and that will be the net integral. Or calculate the magnitude of these two vectors and then go with the integration. If someone calculate the magnitude of this vector, d theta by theta will come out and it becomes sine square theta plus cos square theta. That is 1. So net integration will come as 1 by theta d theta. That is logarithmic of theta. Integration of 1 by theta is logarithmic of theta. Now logarithmic of theta is the total time, and it will grow with the theta. Okay, when theta is pi by 2, then it is ln pi by 2. When theta is pi, then it is ln pi. When theta is 2 pi, then ln 2 pi. That is the total time. In that case, the average speed is distance by total time. Okay, then what is the distance and what is total time? So if I say distance, okay, if distance is 2 pi, if it is making a full circle, then at what distance someone is calculating? Distance at any moment, this distance at any moment is r theta. R theta by ln of theta. R theta by ln of theta. that is the r theta by ln of theta. That is the average speed that we are calculating through one methodology. Other methodology is minus sine theta by theta d theta I. Calculate the integration of this and then plus cos theta by theta d theta j, and then do the x square plus y square square root and get the net time, and then for any distance covered, that is theta r by the net time, is the average speed. Okay, that someone calculate. We will proceed in the kind of calculating the average speed if someone is rotating, in elliptical manner. Now here it was in a circular manner, and distance traveled was whatever we were thinking, like that, in that fashion. Okay, now is kind of if someone is traveling in a in an elliptical manner. Okay, someone is traveling in elliptical manner. In that sense, consider that speed at any point, if this is origin, the center of this ellipse is origin, and then any point, the distance is r. That point is x comma y. Okay, at any point, distance is r. Okay, from center, if I take any point here, then this point is x comma y. Distance is r. Okay, now in that sense, the speed, if any entity is moving in elliptical shape, like Mars rotates around Sun in elliptical shape, at any moment from the center of the Sun, the distance is r. At that moment, the speed will be directly proportional to 1 by a square root of r. This is gravitational law. That is gm by r square root. That is the velocity of the planet at that moment. Gm is constant. I can just say that speed at any moment at distance r is 1 by a square root of r. Okay, then what is the average speed of the Mars? Okay, when the Mars speed at any moment, any heavenly body, if it is rotating around someone, either in circular fashion, elliptical fashion, in whatever shape it is, what is the distance of that heavenly body from the center? At that moment, the speed will be 1 by a square root of r. Okay, if it is making is this way, it is rotating this way, then at any moment, what is the distance from the center? That is 1 by a square root of r is the velocity. If that is the case, if it is elliptical shape, the formula is x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1. Okay, that is ellipse, where if it is ellipse, x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1, then this diameter is 2a, this diameter is 2b. That's why it is x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1. Okay, if that is the case, then, and at any moment, if it is a distance r, at any moment from here, then speed is 1 by a square root of the r. What is the average speed of the Mars that is rotating around the Sun? Okay, that someone need to calculate through the average time, and then average velocity need to be calculated. That we will see. Please do not mind supporting us. +91 is the India country code. 9483160610 is the telephone number. +91 is the India country code. 9483160610 is the telephone number.